Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo Namah. Om Namo Bhairavaya Swaha. So good morning, and we are back on yet another video. Today I have decided to specifically address a subject which I feel is extremely important for the path that I belong to. That obviously means you all belong to. If you are in the path of Ma Kali, if you are in the path of Bhairava itself, his consort is Kali. 11th name of Ma Kali, Kala Bhairava Bharya. She is Vatuka Bhairava Bharya, she is Kala Bhairava Bharya, and she is the consort of all forms of Bhairava. There are different forms of Ma Kali. Ma Kali is not one of the forms. There are different forms of Ma Kali. For that there is a specific form of Bhairava. But Kala Bhairava, the highest manifested form of Bhairava, Kali, the first of the Mahavidyas, they are your Ardhanarishwara, male and the female concept. So they are together, right? Above that comes Ma Adya. So we'll quickly get into today's subject. Today's subject is Shanishwara. And sorry if I have chosen, I don't know what title I'll put for the video yet, but if I have put something scary, if I have put something fake, clickbait kind of a thing, very sorry about that, because like Sri Krishna said, to survive and manipulate the courtyards of Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, you have to play around with the games. To save dharma, it is absolutely fine if you have to take a little bit of the adharmic path. So if I have taken the clickbait path, I'm very sorry. Not interested in clickbait. However, I'm not happy with the way Shani Dev, Shanishwara, is represented on social media by the astrologers or anybody, and I don't blame them. Shani Dev and his actual truth, the rings around Saturn, and what he is, it will only be truly understood by somebody who is in the path of Ma Kali, who has attained that Krishna sitting under the tree and then moves to the Smashana Kali. Only they will be able to truly understand what Shanishwara is. Among the planets, I am Shani, said Sri Krishna, giving us a very beautiful insight into how important Shanishwara as a planet becomes. And in the 5th yuga, yes, we have spoken about this many times, 4 yugas, Kali yugas, golden part, and then the last part, Shanishwara attains the state of the Guru itself, because up is down, down is up. Shanishwara now becomes the most important planet in Kali yuga. So should you suddenly, you're just looking for these quick fixes, should you suddenly run and start the sadhana of Shanishwara? No, that is not what I said. Watch the video. We're Shani dominant. We are not going to give you quick solutions. It might be, I might have put it in the title, but I'm not going to give you any quick solution. It is going to be slow, methodological, because when they burn my body, many of you are afraid of death, so I will not take your examples, I'll take my own example. When they burn my body, I expect 2-3 pyres. My body, my next life, my next life, my next life, 5th life ka bhi body, I want to burn it together. When I have these sort of feelings that the next 5 lifetimes, next 10 lifetimes I will finish in this specific life itself, then I need to understand Shanishwara. He is the Shishya of Bhairava, and he considers Ma Kali as, not considers, sorry, wrong word. Ma Kali is the mother. Adya is the mother of all planets. However, to Shanishwara, she is the actual mother. What is this guy blabbering? Let's understand. So what is the origin of Shanishwara? We go by the regular path and then we break down and take out the esotericism which is meant for only few of us to understand. So for me, the most powerful dominant planet in my chart, if you see, I don't give my chart to anybody. It's my own Shishya. His name is Leela, who is enthusiast, very devoted to astrological learnings. He shares my date of birth also. So only to him I ask all this, and she gives me sufficient inputs through him, because astrologically I don't sit and dwell on my charts. However, my most powerful and dominant planet is Sun. Very dominant, extremely powerful for me. So every one of us is running after sun. We have no issues in facing sun. We want to do the abhishek of sun. We want to run after sun. We want to attain the benevolence of sun. We want to attain oneness with sun. सब कुछ करना है, लेकिन sun himself was given a phat moment by Ma Kali. Let's go deeper. Sun at his brightest states, brilliance, emanating grandeur of grandeur, when he was shining like that, at that time his wife could not handle the heat that he was generating. And what she did, she had to take a break, and she had to hide herself away from his brilliance and the kind of aura that he was projecting. Because ye Rajasic gun or Sattva gun, he is at the highest and he is projecting that everywhere. However, he refuses to accept his Tamasic gun, and the Shakti of his is not able to bear it, and she runs away, leaving behind only that. Because every man and a woman, the Purusha Tattva and the Stri Tattva are two sides of the same coin, right? So for sun is here, brilliant, most brilliant, and his consort is here. However, she is not able to bear it because he is always in Rajasic and Sattva Guna. And what does she do? Very beautifully, she invokes Tamas, that is, leaves behind her shadow. Tamas, Shama, Shamala. Name number 135, Shamala. Ma Kali Sahasranamavali. Name number 136, Chaya. Shama, which is nothing but dark. The shadow, black. She leaves behind her shadow, the darkness of hers, and runs away for seeking, safeguarding herself from the aura of sun. And sun treats that shadow of his half. Listen carefully. Sun treats that shadow of his better half and doesn't he is not able to distinguish between that shadow and the actual wife, which means he's merely looking at his better half. But her Tamasi, what is Tamasi? Name number 305, Tamasi. The Tamasic part of the consort of the sun, he is very happily coexisting with him. This is a trick being played on sun. Because sun, who refuses to accept that there is Tamasic guna also, he refuses to say that he also has a shadow. Chaya Devi is none other than the shadow of sun, not the shadow of his better half. Go a little deeper. When Ardhanarishwara, Shiva and Shakti, sun and his Shakti, right? So this is his half only. She leaves behind the shadow, so he actually elicits the eclipse onto him. And that is his Tamasic guna. So when he sees this Tamasic guna within him, what does he see? He basically sees his better half, which is projecting his darkness, his shadow. It is sun's shadow that is Chaya Devi. And from them is born our Nayaka of today's video, Nayaka of Kali Yuga itself very soon, Shanishwara. Sun himself refuses to accept it. Just like all of us are running behind sun, we do the abhishek of sun, we want everything grand. However, we refuse to accept anything dark. In Sri Vidya Path, they keep coming into my profile and saying that we don't accept Tamasic Guna. Is it? Sun also did not accept Tamasic Guna. However, it is Devi who said that Chaya Devi, which is nothing but the shadow of the sun. If sun doesn't realize the shadow of himself, he cannot go higher. That is the beautiful esotericism in this whole subject. Now, for the sun to reach earth, it takes 8 minutes. 8 is the number of Shanishwara. For you to attain any of the qualities of sun, for you to attain any of the benevolence of sun, for you to attain closeness with sun, or even a little bit of close, like little bit of brilliance in your life, you run after the sun. However, there is a shadow, there is a Chaya, there is Shama, there is Shamala, which is also Shakti of sun. Right? And from that is born Shanishwara. If you do not own the inauspicious of your life, you will not be able to keep this going. You will not be able to keep the auspiciousness going. You can do all the sadhana to sun. You can appreciate. It is like, no matter what, see, where the phat has been placed is, jitna bhi bright he attains and how much ever light he sends to you, it will take 8 minutes to reach you. Among the planets, I am Shani, said Krishna. Why this dialogue is very important, we'll go deeper into the video and we'll understand. 10 minutes done. Okay. We take all the benefits of sun. We look at the trees, we look at the flowers, we appreciate the trees, we look at the mangoes. I am surrounded by mango trees that is full of fruits. We put all this cow dung and all, right? So organic say be like Shakti Peet. It's a Shakti Peet's cow, and that dung we put into this mango tree, and they are just full of life and full of fruits. Like you can count, this entire place has like hundreds of mango trees, but the 2 mango trees that are in my house, especially the one that is next to the cow shed, that a complete tree fruits are there in one specific section of the tree alone. Right, I'm deviating. Okay, so we appreciate the fruits, we appreciate the flowers, we appreciate the leaves, we appreciate the grandiosity, we appreciate the shade of the tree, everything. But what is Shanishwara? It is that part of the sun. It is the sun's sun. So he is also sun only. Right? Shanishwara is also sun, but he is the root. The tree stands here projecting grandiosity on everybody. Everybody loves to sit under it. Everybody appreciates the tree. Everybody eats the fruits. However, Shanishwara is Ma Kali's projection of the root. It is Shyamala's son. It is Shyama's son who is a root. Shanishwara is that branch of Vidya that tells you that value the worms that are decomposing the dung, that has given manure to this tree. If I am not there, if you remove the roots, where will you see the fruits? If you remove the worms, where will you see the leaves? If you remove the soil that is under that layers and layers and layers and layers of below everything there is soil. If you remove that nobody appreciates, it might stink, it might smell of decay. Nobody wants to touch the worm, but without that worm, you cannot attain the fruit. That exceptional mango tree is worth nothing if I remove the roots. So, to attain the sun, if the sun's rays have to grace your life, it takes 8 minutes. For you to attain the glory of sun, it takes 8 minutes. And 8 is the number of Shanishwara. Which means, he who has not attained oneness with the worms, with the lowest of the low that you call that, it is not, you don't even consider few people in your life. They just exist. What do you think? You think you will put a mustard lamp and you will attain oneness with Shanishwara? Shanishwara is specifically built by Ma Kali in such a way, by Ma ADYA in such a way that he cannot be directly appropriated and attained oneness with. You will not be able to do that with Shanishwara. That is his design. He is made that way. He is made that way. So, Tamasi, all Tamasi Guna, the only one that can give you complete Triguna, Trigunatmika, control on all the 3 gunas is Ma Kali. And Ma Kali's allied planet is Shanishwara. So, when people look at it in a very limited way, they look at Shanishwara, allied planet, Ma Tara, Rahu, Ma Kali, Shanishwara. It is not so. She will finish all the Mahavidyas. When you come to Ma Kali, she will finally make you look at your worms of your life. Little by little, she will make you break down all karma. She will make you humble you to such an extent that you will learn that it is at the highest you look at the sun and at the lowest you look at the roots and its worms and its decay. And you accept that unless I accept both. Because she has given the message to sun itself that if you have a shadow, do you know that? You live with your shadow. Sun falls in love with his shadow. Chaya Devi, he doesn't even realize that it is a shadow. She sees Shama, and he is absolutely in love with him. And he creates Shanishwara. Within him, it is the shadow of the sun. So, these days there is this concept of work on your shadow, work on your shadow, work on your shadow. Do you know where it came from? It came from Shan and his son, Shanishwara. Lighting a mustard lamp, going to a Shani Kshetra, will all this work? Will all this help you to sort of take control of your ill effects of Shani? See, I don't want to get into the astrological part. I am not into astrology. I do not read charts. I do not take, for me it's only the sadhana. So this video is going to be the sadhana path of attaining oneness or closeness with Shanishwara, how to take his grace. Number one, you cannot please him by rituals. Number one and the most important lesson is you cannot please him by rituals. Who is his guru? It is Bhairava. What does he tell you? Without shame, without fear, break down the norms of the society that keep you away from attaining oneness with the worms of your life. Who is his ruling Devi? Kali, consort of Bhairava and Kali. So, Kala Bhairava, Kali, allied planet Shanishwara, Vishnu Rupa, Krishna, again Kali. So, we go deeper. Shanishwara as a ritualistic way of pleasing him, it does not work, it will never work, because his job itself is to be a judge, and he meditates on Krishna. So how did Shanishwara lose the ability to be pleased by merely sadhana? He cannot be pleased by sadhana because upon him. So again we go to the esoteric scriptural meanings of it. He is meditating constantly on Sri Krishna. He attains the curse of his own wife who feels jealous or left out, and she says that since you are always in the meditation, Shanishwara is always in the meditation of Krishna. Since you are always in the meditation of Krishna and you do not open your eyes and look at me when I needed you, I curse you that you will not be able to look at your devotees. And even if you look at your own devotees, the moment you look at them, suffering will be accelerated. So here, two ways to look at it. What is suffering? When I say that, if you were to burn my body, I will say, please burn 5 more, so that I have burnt out the karmas and my duties, divine duties for which I am being sent here. I finish all of it in one birth, burn all 5 of them. Which means if Shanishwara is going to look at me, I am afraid. It is Ashtama Shani, it is Sade Sati, and I'm afraid. What does it mean? You are afraid of what? You are afraid of losing your identified comforts. You're losing your identified comfort. You're thinking that job in which you're going to go mechanically for 35 years, if some problem comes in that job, you're losing the identity of that job. However, if Shanishwara is looking at you, he's going to burn your next life also here. So you want him to look at you in the path of Ma Kali and Bhairava, you want him to look at you. Because you are a straightforward, if you're watching this channel, ideally I hope that by now she should have weeded out a lot of people who are not fitting into this category, because if you're in the path of Ma Kali, you have to be just. Straightforward to the core. Entire society says that you do this shortcut, you will be fine, you will not take the shortcut. Ma Kali is like Krishna. Krishna is Kali, Kali is Krishna. He will not allow you to take any shortcuts. That is why the planet is Shani. Shortcut ka to naam hi nahi hai. You cannot even dream of taking a shortcut. You will walk the entire path, whether it is thorns, stones, bleeding foot, without shoes, with shoes, you will walk. No, am I asking you to walk to Kedarnath? No, sit in your house. Karma yoga is your daily life. So Sadhana of Shanishwara, since he has the curse of his wife, it very beautifully keeps you away from taking control of the judge. So much of efforts his wife took to open his eyes and make him look at her, he did not, because Sadhana of Shanishwara, surely you are not going to be able to do the Sadhana of Shanishwara more than his wife. You are not going to be able to do that. So what does that mean? It means that Sadhana of Shanishwara, and who was Shanishwara meditating on? Shanishwara was in the deepest states of meditation on Krishna. Because Krishna was giving the Gita. He was giving the guidebook. She was giving, Ma Krishna, Ma Kali as Krishna was giving the guidebook on how to do the sadhana of Shanishwara, and sadhana of Shanishwara is karma yoga. It is not by going to a temple, it is not by going to an astrologer. उन्होंने बोल दिया कि आपका तो शनि थोड़ा नेगेटिव है, be careful, be very happy. Now I will settle all my debts, all my karanaanubandhana, सब कुछ settle करूंगा मैं. So I just came out of Ashtama Shani, being in Pushya Nakshatra. I just came out of Ashtama Shani, and I want him to continue looking at me, because if you are able to burn the karma that will take 10 more lifetimes for you in one life, do you know what you become? You become Deva. You are above your karma. The moment you rise above your karma, you are one with the Prakriti. You attain manifestation ability, manipulation ability, that you can't change the threads of it is only he who I'm hearing people talking about them having free will and all this nonsense in the path of Ma Kali. No, you don't have free will until you have overcome karma. Yes, you have free will, but only after you overcome. Till you are under karma, it is Shanishwara who will ensure that you are being placed in specific. Now, if he wants to do good to you, if you are in the path of Ma Kali, he wants to help you out, he will place specific hurdles in your life so that you finish your karma. So, Shanishwara looking at you, Ashtama Shani, Sadhe Sati, is not the time for you to panic, but for you to understand ki, in this 7.5 years, in this 2.5 years, I might be able to burn not one life, many lifetimes worth of bodies. It is a chance for you to unlock your greater self. Shanishwara meditates on Krishna, which means his sadhana, yahan pe hai, where he's sitting and meditating on Krishna, wife comes in front of him, wife is also not able to open his eyes. What happens now? She curses him that nobody, you will not be able to look at anybody. So, there, at that moment, his Shakti, Shanishwara's Shakti gives him the boon. It's not a curse, it's a boon ki this judge cannot be manipulated. So, he becomes even more eligible. All the plannings and is all done by Ma Kali. Sending that his wife there at that moment, ensuring that he will not be directly looking at any of his devotees, and what was he meditating on? Krishna. So he who is standing steadfastly in the teachings of Krishna, who says that Arjuna shoot the arrow, Bhima break the rib cage of Dushasana and drink the blood, he who is perfectly embodying his karma yoga will find favors of Shanishwara, and for that you need BHAIRAVA Tattva. You need to be able to seat Kali within you. And Krishna here. Who is Krishna? Krishna is Kali. Who is Kali? Krishna. Right? So, embody the messages of Krishna, teachings of Krishna, Devi form Kali, who is the mother of Shanishwara, the ability to not fear as you won't, because bahut fear aayega. Like, if you find adharma anywhere, if you find a Dhritarashtra in your office, you will have to argue with him, but you will be afraid, so you will keep quiet. That guts, BHAIRAVA will give you. Ma Kali will give you. But how to do it? Arjuna never took an arrow and shot in the Bhari Sabha. He could have killed Dhritarashtra and finished off everything at that moment. But no, karmically they were meant to suffer. They had karma pending and he did all that. And then finally he was able to stand face to face with the Kurus and he destroyed them. So, how to manipulate daily life is the sadhana of Shanishwara. Righteous living is the sadhana of Shanishwara. Looking at the roots of the tree is sadhana of Shanishwara. So, what do? You say that you want to go in the path of Shani sadhana. Should I take Shanishwara as the Ishta itself? No. That will not give you anything. Taking Shanishwara as the Ishta itself will not give you anything. Shanishwara is an allied sun planet of the sun itself. Sun is created by ADYA. Sun has a sun exposing his shadow itself, and Shanishwara will always operate in your shadow. When what you project to the society, what you do for the likes and loves and comments on Facebook, for Instagram, X, poking somebody slightly in your post, taking happiness, that is what Shanishwara looks. What you project at the highest grandeur, he will not look at it, he will look at the shadow. Because Chaya son hai, Chaya Putra, he is born out of the shadow, darkness, Shama, Shamala. He is the son of Kali. He will always look at the shadow. You will not be able to cheat him at all. He is Shanishwara. He is in the Kali Yuga. Among the planets, I am Shani. He looks at the way you treat. See, Shanishwaras, it is wrong for you to think that on Saturdays alone, I have myself said that on Saturdays alone do seva. Let me correct it even more, right? Shanishwara is as ever present as the crow. His Vahana is the crow. And the crow is everywhere. Especially if you are in a land where there are crows abundant, there karmically he controls every second. You might think that mere Sadhe Sati nahi hai, Ashtam Shani nahi hai, I'm fine. No, every moment, every second he is looking at you. Every second, every moment he is looking at you. So how do you manipulate karma? How do you break down the designs of Prakriti and manipulate it in your favor? What does Shanishwara hate? He hates blind ego, brilliance, grandeur, celebration of eligibility. When sun looks at Chaya Devi and says that, what are you, like, finally he realizes that it is a shadow of his wife, his own better half. Shadow of his wife means his shadow, better half, and now wife is the half, and wife becomes a shadow. Then he says, you're not my wife. Actually, he's rejecting his half. So, if you look at the brilliance, if you're looking at the boss, the counselor, or an area president, or an area society ka powerful aadmi hai, and you give them respect, it is fine. Then you'll get all the goods from the sun. Respecting authority, respecting powerful people is all fine. But equal respects will have to be paid to the watchman. Equal. So how do you make it easy for yourself? Ab koi powerful banda hai, there is a powerful guy in your life. Do not try to lick their feet. No matter how famous they are, no matter how powerful they are, I assure you, that human being that you think is extremely powerful will say bahut, 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 bahut into 10 lakh times. Saturn is powerful. Realize this. This body is sitting here. It is facing a very powerful man. Show your respects. Watchman दिखे, show your respects. अगर नहीं कर पाओगे, equally करो दोनों को. That is a trick. It's not a trick. It is the way of attaining Shanishwara's grace. You will not be able to attain simply because you light mustard lamps and then insult the blue collar. Blue collar क्यों है? Shanishwara's color is blue. You think it is simply that he has given blue collar का term? Anybody, it's security on uniform 99% the blue ही होते हैं. All the workers, everybody is given blue uniform. So specifically they are placed into karmic setup where they are meant to work, right? They're working a lot. If their salary is 10,000, उनका monthly income expenses होगा 12,000. 2,000 का shortage रहता ही रहेगा, and they work hard the whole day. They don't have any leaves and all. They go sit down in their house, think of this 2,000. They are directly in the eyesight of Shanishwara. And the moment, if you are very hungry and somebody gives you exceptional food, that moment, that happiness is there. No, it is unbounded. It is unfake. It is very genuine. उसमें भगवान होता है. In that resides Devi, right? When you take the grace of these sanitation workers, blue collar workers, उसमें you can please Shanishwara. That is like going to 1,000 kshetras. उसका equivalent है वो. That security guard, no? The moment he sees you coming, this man will ask whether I've eaten. This man will simply talk to me for 2 minutes because he likes me a lot. That moment, आप आ रहे हो, बहुत fast you're burning your karma. Buddhist people generally get very angry when I show this, but I'm sorry, I'm just showing this for representation. I'm not trying to steal your culture. This Vajra has two sides. Yes, sun. This is sun and sun's brilliance. This is Shanishwara, sun's sun. This is also sun. He's the son of sun's shadow. He's the son of sun's half. He's the son of Ma Kali. Shama. He's the son of Shama. Chaya, Shama. Shamala. He's the son of Shamala. So, when your boss is like, let me give you a small story time. Ho gaya. Few days back, I always reach office on time. Like my office starts at 9. People who are meant to open my office also will not have reached, but I'll already be in the park. Car parking mein to wait kar raha hu. So like I'm always like that. So I've entered the office. My boss has just walked in. I said, "Good morning, sir." With the same, this one I turned. I looked at my security. वो तो meekly ऐसे खड़ा है. "Good morning, Anna." I said. So it was louder because he was far off. My boss got a little shocked because this guy showed me the same hand and said good morning, and he showed to that security also good morning. In front of the Prakriti, I placed them at the same pedestal. My boss was here, the security also was, I kept here. Security was like, he got, because always I wish him good morning. He knows if the moment I come, he will be ready. Because I wish him a very grand good morning, right? Please don't think I'm trying to take your favors. I don't want any of your votes. I'm not coming for any election. You will not be able to give me anything just because you think, oh, he's so kind to security, he's trying to project that. कोई interest नहीं है मुझे. कोई election में नहीं खड़ा हूँ मैं. Learn करो. The boss, he for a second thinks that, is this guy not appreciative of my position? He appreciates everybody at the equal level. ये security जो है वो भी बहुत important ही है. And I appreciate him for just being a jiva, wearing the blue, uniform, and this guy wearing a blue Van Heusen or Louis Philippe shirt for 3,000, I appreciate both at the same level. I do not expect him to do any favors to me क्योंकि ये just a मनुष्य है who is now placed higher than me in my birth. However, I am Kaliputra. My destiny is in her hand. If he thinks he is going to control my destiny, he will get 2-3 lessons. He will not be able to control my destiny. But he is sitting in the space of a boss. I will give him all the respects that a boss deserves, but not by insulting him or keeping him lower. No, equal. The sun's rays will not reach me unless it takes 8 minutes. Son of the sun is also sun. Shanishwara embodies that part of the sun which the sun itself doesn't know. But he doesn't enjoy this. He doesn't say that brilliance mein hi sun hai. He says lack of brilliance mein hi sun hai. Shanishwara is that shadow sun. Shanishwara is sun. So, I'm looking at him. Good morning, yeah. His security is far off. I say, good morning, Anna. And he chocolate. He says, morning. Every time I'll ensure that see how to now the entire sadhana of Shanishwara. Now we place this part, we cover this part. Let us come to this part. The sadhana of Shanishwara itself is understanding that the most beautiful flower is still beautiful because the roots and the worms are there at the soil level. Below the soil where the sun don't shine, there is another sun. That is Kali. Tamasi. If you don't understand that, mustard lamps and oil lamps and all will, and jao, kshetra sab jaake aao, later on you will understand. Finally you will have to come here only. ये temple में नहीं बैठे हैं, अंदर देख रहे हैं, every second देख रहे हैं. Okay, all this quick fixes I might have used, I don't know, I have not thought of the title for this video. If I may put quick fix or something, quick fix नहीं है, बहुत easy है, and quick fix ही है. And it is to do with the body as the yantra. You cannot go to some temple and think that, and you will, it's okay. Small things. Do not, if you see an auto guy, if you see a Mercedes Benz is like driving like this, and auto rickshaw also driving on the road like this, so you are very carefully avoiding the Mercedes Benz while you expect the auto driver to give you a problem. Fix that. Auto drivers are bad, auto drivers are doing this, all that you forget. For you, Benz and the auto driver, the day you look at them with samanata, will you equal. Now, again, sorry my dear Buddhist friends, I'm not going to steal anything from your museums or from your culture. I'm just using this as an example because I cannot go and bring a Rishi's bones. With my bones, probably one of my Shishyas can make a Vajra, but I cannot go and bring a Rishi's bones and make a Vajra for this video. Some of you have got angry with me, but clearly not affected, but still, sorry. Enjoy your culture. I'm not coming to disturb you. So, Mercedes Benz, auto rickshaw. Will you be able to treat both at equal? You will find the grace of Shanishwara. Will you realize that this is also sun? This is also sun. Sun is sun. Born out of sun's shadow. That half of the sun, Shakti, Chaya Devi is the Shakti of sun. Half of the sun, Ardhanarishwara mein wo Nari thi. And she has birthed Shanishwara. Sun also has to take the longer path. Sun is so bright and powerful. He is my most powerful planet in my horoscope itself. But for him to reach here, aise nahi aa sakte. In a second, he has to take 8 minutes. 8 minutes of struggle it takes for the race to reach here. 8 minutes slow hi to hai. Itna powerful star hai hamare liye, lekin he is still slow. It takes 8 minutes to reach here. 8 is the number of Shanishwara. Then understand, to realize and own the sun's grace. Are you being blind like the sun, or are you accepting and owning this part? Are you going to be able to treat that cyclist on par with the Mercedes Benz? Will you not honk more at the cyclist because he can't do anything to you? I assure you, Mercedes Benz might be able to, if you take a lafada with the Mercedes Benz, he might be able to pick a phone and call some 2 cops and say that this is the number. Just give him a little bit of trouble. No, this guy honked at me. Kar lega. This guy, no, when he thinks, okay, he's honking at me because I can't do anything to him. Inka phone kisko lagta hai pata hai? Saturn ko. When the cyclist who you honked at and Mercedes Benz you honk, sorry for repeating, our quick fix clowns who always criticize me, very sorry, but I have to repeat because I have to teach my Shishyas. If you honk at Mercedes-Benz, he will make a phone call to his physical people. पुलिस को कर देगा, कोई लोकल नेता को करेगा, बोलेगा कि ये this guy has irritated me, उसको कोई थोड़ा सबक सिखाओ. This guy won't be able to call anybody, and in his inability to call, in his inability to attain higher strata, society का higher strata, grandeur, brilliant people इसके लाइफ में नहीं है ना. जो साइक्लिस्ट है, छोटा सा लाइक कर्मचारी है, छोटा सा प्यून है, इसका नंबर ना सैटर्न को लगता है. और ये क्या करेगा मैक्सिमम, थोड़ा धमकी देगा. कॉप विल कॉल यू एंड स्कोल्ड यू सिंपली. ओके, बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया इसके साथ, यू हैव गॉट हैड अ बिग प्रॉब्लम विद दिस गाय, राइट. मैक्सिमम 2-3 लाइक केस वेस सब चलेगा. दिस ना, यहाँ पे ना ये साइक्लिस्ट लाइफ टाइम में प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. दिस इज वेयर योर साधे सठी का हिट्स बिगिन फ्रॉम. हैव यू इंसल्टेड द वर्म while appreciating the fruit? Have you disrespected the soil that is below the sun's rays while appreciating and respecting the flower and the fruit of the tree? यहाँ पे होता है fixing of Saturn. Saturn cannot look at your lamp at all. You light all the mustard lamps in the world, my dear. Saturn cannot even look at you because he is bound by that. It is the design. The judge was made blind by Devi. The Shakti of Saturn itself has blinded him, saying that you will not look at any devotee or any of their prayers. You will not be able to see and realize it. You will go blindly towards what you see. इसने क्या किया है, इसने क्या किया है. Okay, these are the charge sheet. इसको ये दे दे, इसको ये दे दे. हाँ, who is that? Well, let me look at the passport size photo of the applicant. नहीं देखेंगे. So the triangle is back. The triangle is back. Krishna, Kali, Kali, Krishna. Now this time, Bhairava is याद आ रहा, ruling planet, ये अंदर बैठे ना, Saturn. So I should immediately start the sadhana of Saturn? Huh? You should. How? By realizing that under the unseen soil, whatever is there, that is also sun. Sun ka sun is also sun. And who does Saturn meditate on? Saturn meditate on Krishna. Who is Krishna? Kali. Who is Saturn? The son of Saturn is the son of Chaya. Chaya is shadow. Shadow is Shambhala. Shadow is Shama. Names of Kali. It was Kali merely teaching sun itself. Kali creates the cosmos. Kali expands the universe. She has created the Milky Way. She has created the sun. She has created the planets. She has created everything. And to the sun, you bright, highest, powerful sun, she says, आपको पता है कि आपका भी एक shadow है. That is also me, Chaya, Shamala. मेरा sun का sun. I will take the inauspicious of the sun and I will create a whole planet. And among the planets, I am Saturn, said Shri Krishna. So, Saturn is Krishna. Saturn is Kali. I saw a very small girl dressing up as an astrologer and giving ऐसे बैठ के दे रही है. Do not wear black and blue. आपको प्रभाव पड़ेगा. अरे, if an astrologer bookishly says कि don't wear black and blue, your Saturn may look at you. Please, if you are in the path of Bhairava and Kali, immediately go and wear it and say that, hey Shanishwara, look at me. Oh judge, you are blind. I don't have to please you. I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to pretend to you. You are seeing everything. I am a good man. I am a dharmic man. You know that I do not go and lick anybody's feet in order to grow. You know that. Now look at me, no. So if you are a dharmic man, why are you afraid of wearing black? If Shani will look at you, you should have it. You should have it. You should have the guts to say that, hey Shanishwara. They say that you are a blind judge. I have, in my entire life, I have never favored for power. I have never rubbed anybody's back. I have never done it. You know, I have embodied hard work only. Tab to tu dekh. Please look at me. This is the beauty of Saturn. Saturn is the most beautiful planet and he attains a state of the absolute most powerful planet. He becomes the most powerful planet in the fifth head. In the fifth head, he is the Guru planet. Bhairava, most powerful planet Saturn, who is also sun. Half of your father is you, right? So you are that. Whether sun accepts or doesn't accept, sun के साथ भी एक छोटा सा prank ही तो माने के लिए play कर दिया by using his Shaktis and creating Saturn. So what does Saturn meditate on? Krishna. So how do you attain the grace of Saturn? By embodying and living as per the messages of Krishna, who is also Kali, and Ma Kali is the mother of Saturn. So why is Saturn the allied planet of Ma Kali? Because she's Ma hai. Do not disrespect your birth mother, even if by some karmic reason you have attained a mother who is absolutely spitting at you. It does not give you any kind of love, affection that you wish that you had. If the mother is disrespectful to you, bear kar lo. Saturn is in absolute love with his mother. Ye mother ka Ma Kali, Ma, we keep on calling Ma. If you are in the path of Ma Kali and you have realized that you're moving from Devaki Ma to Yashodha Ma, you're embodying Ma Kali at that level while also keeping your physical mother. That physical mother Devaki attains the state of son's wife, and Ma Kali, that shadow, becomes Chaya, Shama, Shamala. And those in the path of Ma Kali, calling upon Ma Kali purely as a mother, not as a prayoga, marg, ye sab nahi chalega. Tantrics have already lost all their energies, and they are all become ritualistic like the other sections of the spiritual world. Tantrics are all going and doing rituals. Unka to manifestation within, by dhyana marg manifestation to zero ban gaya ab. They are hardly able to manifest anything nowadays. They become that weak. So, coming back, Krishna, यहाँ पे Bhairava, Aadhar, Kali को seat करो. Learn to accept everybody as equals. Do not try to attain the favor of a powerful man. Do not try to attain and go closer to a powerful man just for the power. You will be in trouble with Saturn. Because without appreciating the worms, there is no fruit. Worms who are at the root level of the tree, who are sitting and breaking down the soil so that the tree can get the fertilizer of the cow dung that I have put on for my mango tree, that fruit only would not have come. So you pray to the roots. How do you pray to the roots? The roots cannot even see you. How do you pray? Water karo, manure dalo, full respect karo, then look at the fruits. So you will attain all the goodness, all the benefits of sun if Saturn is actually happy and pleased with you. And how will he be happy? Kaun se mandir jana hai? What I should do? Should I dance like this? Should I keep the hand like this? Should I stand like this? No, kuch nahi. Every single second of your life matters. And especially if you are in Sadhesati or Ashtama Shani, this is the time for you to beautifully embody this, that you will not smile extra because he's your boss, and you will not smile lesser because he's just a security guard. Equal dena padega. Very difficult this is. This can be done by only somebody who truly understands that I am above everything. This man who is standing in front of me as the boss is just an maya hai ye. Respect de do, kaam kar lo, and the security guard equal respects, walk out. Saturn will ensure you are untouchable. Lekin 1 year ke liye, 1 month ke liye, 11 days ke liye will not work. Forever you will have to do this because Saturn watches you for a very long time. He is slow and methodological, not because he's handicapped, so he's slow. He watches. And anybody specifically whose entire life is revolving around hard work, he's under the watchful eyes of Saturn. Try to take their grace. Don't do it by chal and like fake ki tarah jaake, like how to put some money in. Make him respect you out of love. That is where it is. A blue collar jo hai na, attain their love. Like, what an extraordinary man he is. He did not even say one hi to me. My office building, they employ these security guards who all wear blue uniforms, and they are all retired people. Obviously, unka life is karmically put in such a way that they do not have anybody who's taking care of them. Probably no son, daughter, nothing. For this 10,000, 8,000 ka salary ke liye, these 70, 75-year-old men are struggling and working as security guards. I ensure ki like when they open the gate, thank you, bolta hu main. And I will not put any extra effort towards my boss. My boss likes people who, very openly I'm telling you, none of my bosses will ever like me because favor ke liye kuch backbending nahi hota hai mera. If I find what I have done is not the right way, very respectfully I'll tell that, and they will not like me. They'll not like me. Like for example, one of my boss gave me a feedback. Arey bhai, tu itna openly kyun bolta hai? Why can't you lie a little? My boss has literally asked me once that, why can't you lie a little so that I feel good? Why are you so blunt? I cannot lie and all to please you. I want you to know what I am. And if you feel like I'm not, I didn't tell him this, like I just smiled. But so if this boss takes an effort to like, because I've been very honest and blunt to his face, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I'm not trying to hurt my boss's feelings. Understand this. I'm just being me. I know that the boss at this highest level will not be able to do anything to me, because bhakt to kali ka hu, putra to kali ka hu main. I'm placed here. You are placed as a physical manifestation in front of me. My boss will literally say that thoda to like lie, no. And some of the other feedback I got from my boss is that whenever you give a feedback or talk to me, na Praveen, your face is absolutely showing that emotion on your face. Why don't you try to just reduce that a little bit? I'm Digambar. I cannot change my face and make it appear softer for you. If I start talking about my daily life and how much I embody sadhana 24/7, it will be a whole, I'll probably try to make one whole video on that. Any boss of mine has had issues with me because I'll be blunt and absolutely unavailable to their trips or their weekend drinking sessions. मैं available ही नहीं रहता. I don't need to do it. You are my boss. I am here. We are both sitting in this company. I will do my job diligently. I will be very frank, very blunt, without taking an effort to please you just for the sake of one promotion. Because promotion kya? Anybody who's like struggling and doing all that, I'll just keep on growing, and like I'm at that state where like untouchable. Because I respect the chair. I respect the chair, but not more than what the chair is. I will not disrespect the security. I will not disrespect a maid in my office. I will treat them with so much respect that they will love me. Like the akka who gives me coffee every day, the moment she looks at my face, no, she will smile and only talk to me. Because I will be like, I will make her smile. If you are a maid in the office, I will ensure that the moment you see me only, you have to smile. Either my boss does, if my boss doesn't smile at me, I am happy. I'll think that, man, I have not done anything to placate your favor. But I have been sincere in my job. So be sincere in your job towards the authorities. If you are being hit by Saturn, like they say, be sincere in your job to the extent of what you are meant to do. That's all. You will not put one extra lick, an extra scratch of the back. Yahan pe problem ho jayega. Whether it's a local councillor, local politician. For example, I'll give one more story. So we have this area where we live, right? So there is this pub, the MLA, councillors and all will be there, right? They come and visit me because they all have cows and bulls and all in their house, but they have never seen a bull as handsome as Karupan. So in my entire area, people try to take their phone numbers, appointments. लेकिन ये लोग मुझे ही देखने आते हैं. They take my number from others and call me and take guidance on how to take care of bulls. I have never gone to their house, nor will I call them ever, because I don't need your favor. I'm Kali Putra. If I want to see you, you will come to me. I am not going to come to you because I'm going to ask for a favor from the seat of power, from the sun position that you take. I will place you and the boy who helps me in my cow shed on par. This is my sadhana of Saturn, and Saturn is pleased. He says, this man has perfectly embodied the Vajra. Isko de dete hain Vajra. So what is the Vajra? Who attains Vajrayudam? Sun and son of the sun. Don't get angry with me, Buddhists. I'm not trying to steal your culture. I cannot bring a Rishi's bone Vajra. So this I'm just using for an example. I respect your culture. Enjoy and keep it. So, story time. 49 minutes हो गया. Quick story देता हूँ. So there is a Shishya. There is a Shishya in my office who is now entering into the Ashtama Shani. So he's the only one who's aware of this phase of me. Rest all only see the employee, karmachari, जो काम करता है office में. This guy knows the guru part of my life, right? So he came to me and he is the same guy who in the Nimitta Shastra video I spoke about the appalam. So he came to me once and said that I've got some money. I am now going to buy some silver because silver is rising, and I will make sure ki now I will save something for my daughters. And I told him only one thing. See, number one, many people take online guidance from me. Tu to mujhse directly le raha hai. You are taking direct guidance from me. So please don't apply any shortcuts. He said that, but I know one Marwadi friend who has silver ye wala hai, and he should be able to give me a better deal on the silver without GST, without all this. I said that, see, number one, BHAIRAVA sadhana mein hai. Karma to, he's the king of it, and his shishya is Saturn. Mahadev ke shishya is Saturn, and Kali is the mother of Saturn, right? Don't mess around. You will think that you're saving few bucks here, but he will hit you somewhere where you will tremble and you will not even know isse hua hai. Shortcuts do not work in the path of Saturn. That is why he's slow. He's not slow because he's handicapped. He's slow because he wants to check you for a very really long time. He'll not just like that give you anything and go off. Some people, suddenly a video goes viral, suddenly a podcast goes viral, suddenly somebody comes to fame, pat bhi gir jate hain. Saturn, when he gives you 10,000 years ke liye, your name will ring with the deity. So coming back to the example, because time is running out. I again got phlegm. So coming back to the story. So he says that, but I know this friend. I said, no, you go to the jewelry shop, pay all the fees, all this one, wahan pe thoda bargain karna hai, nahi karna hai, try your attempt, but you will not find a shortcut to buy this silver. Now he is at a dharma sankat. Yes, Guru ne se bol diya. So what he does, he picks up the phone and talks to the friend and says that I will pay all market charges only. And he takes some money. He takes money, checks the money from the ATM and all, ties it up nicely and takes it to the friend. And the friend, you know what he does? He gives the market rate to this guy because he has gone and ensured ki shortcut nahi lena. But I was very clear ki tu regular market mein ja. Don't make use of your contacts. Even if to please somebody. तुझे पता नहीं कि तेरा contact how genuine he is or how he has lived his life. Nothing you know. You go to the bigger shops. You go and take all the pains that a normal guy will have to take. Do not try to make use of your contacts to break down niyamas of Prakriti. If you are meant to take a loss, take the loss. He will give you much bigger. So anyway, he didn't listen to me. He listened to me to the best of his ability, but still he has not listened to this advice where I asked him to go to the main shops, pay every single penny of fees. When you go to the shop and spend the delays in traffic jam, when you go there and you get hit due to petrol prices, you're using your car, you don't have parking. In parking, somebody might hit your car, it might get damaged. Something is part of the process of buying that silver for you. But he has gone there. Everything the friend gave as per the market, लेकिन उसने वो 1,500 rupees का कुछ taxes कुछ cut कर दिया उससे. My friend is also aware, but just 1,500. No, he was supposed to save some 5-10,000. So 1,500 ही तो उसने दिया है, more than the big shops. It's fine, he thought. He's taking the money that he counted and tied nicely. In this one, he's opening the thread, counting money. 15,000 rupees. 1,500. एक और zero add करके 15,000 rupees is less in the bundle. That is Shanishwara. And especially if you are in touch with the Guru who's truly blessed by BHAIRAVA, truly blessed by Ma Kali, this is how he watches you. You cannot go directly to Shanishwara. You go to Ma Kali, his mother, the one who birthed him, the one who also birthed the son, as ADYA. So, in the path of Shanishwara, in the path of Shanishwara in the sense, in the path of BHAIRAVA, in the path of Ma Kali, you will not take a single shortcut. It will destroy you. It will destroy you. And the Shishya also started getting back pain, and now his Ashtama Shani is beginning. So, I told him you're lucky that you're already in the path of BHAIRAVA, and I've given you so much jnana in person. Daily at least 10 minutes of jnana he gets from me because he comes for walking. 2-3 kilometers daily we go for a walk. So every day he gets 15-20 minutes. So he will be fine. He will sail through this Ashtama Shani. Itna knowledge मैंने उसको दिया है. लेकिन Ma uses him to give a lot of message to the masses like this. Do not try to take a shortcut. He thought that even after so much of advices, that 1,000 rupees he will save, 15,000 rupees is missing from his bag. Where did it go? Rope is still tied. His wife doesn't know, mother doesn't know, nobody knows. ATM se aaye, sab kuch count kiya, satisfied themselves. Gone to the jeweler shop, 1,500 rupees in spite of the advice, 15,000 gaya. So I would say that Shanishwara is being very kind to him. ऐसे settle कर रहे हैं instead of taking it to the next life or to a bigger hit for something with his career, job or family. he is still benevolent and kind. He is very kind to Ma Kali because you're praying to his mother. Ma, बहुत sentiments हैं उनको. Respect your Devaki and Yashoda, Ma Kali. You will find it better. Easiest way to handle Saturn is to ensure that ये mother जो है ना बहुत emotional है वो subject में वो. And he is sun only. Saturn is sun only. Sun का ही shadow से आए हैं, Shani हैं. Don't think that only what shines in your eyes is sun. What doesn't sun, there is a sun that doesn't shine and is shrouded with gases so that you cannot see him properly also. They're both suns. And he becomes very powerful and he is Krishna, he is Kali. Right? One more quick story. This time, so an event happened in my area wherein kuch construction chal raha tha. Some construction was happening and somebody was not able to move their car, and because of that person had a fight with the construction laborers, or bahut bada, it became a big fight, and the car guy was being surrounded by the laborers and they were all in full-fledged fight. Ekdam like aisa waisa ho gaya. This car guy, what he did is that he went to the police station and filed a false complaint. Listen carefully, a false complaint about the laborer, saying that he has hit his wife or something like that. I am witnessing all of this, right? I'm thinking, a false complaint against a laborer. This is a problem for this guy. But I don't advise, right? I'm always a witness. This is why I avoid people, because if I see people and if you're going to tell me some basic things about the position of Saturn in your life, I will start telling you that a lot of things about your life. Because I don't go by astrology, I go by Nimitta Shastra. So filing a false complaint about a working class gentleman and putting him through the pain and shame, I was thinking that guy is screwed, and it is happening in the neighborhood of this Shakti Pitha. I'm just thinking, okay, anyway, I know that trouble is coming for him. Now his Ashtama Shani is about to begin, okay? Just a couple of days back, some dogs representing Bhairava, rounded this guy and attacked him, and he fell down and his back is badly injured. And that laborer, without my knowledge, we were having some constructions for the Gaushala. He had visited my Gaushala and he was the one who built a beautiful platform for me. I did not know all this. Much later I came to know. So the laborer is so much under the grace of Shanishwara and Ma Kali. He has come in, he's directly under the watchful eyes of Bhairava itself. Probably dogs love this guy or something, and definitely he's under the grace of Bhairava. He has come into my Shakti Pita without even my knowledge. He has built the Gaushala's platform. He is the laborer who sweat his sweat, and his sweat has fallen all over my Gaushala. This I came to know later because I started analyzing why this guy fell down and was attacked by dogs. Dog attack subject, the moment it comes, I will be like, kaise, how? So the dogs have attacked this guy, he has fallen down, back is badly injured. Then I asked very casually, what is his Rashi? I realized that he's now entering into Ashtama Shani. Dogs, Ashtama Shani, the laborer has built my Gaushala. Now, any one of you will be able to think how bad the time is going to be for this guy. But because be careful with the blue collar laborers and all that. Unka phone, if you try to project because they used all sort of powers and Shakti, have higher contacts in police force and all that, and immediately got an FIR registered. Yahan pe haath mein ek patti bandh diya. But I love these people. They're actually good people. Lekin advice karne ke liye koi guru nahi hai unka. Koi guru nahi hai. And after everything, they call me home and they explain all the situation to me, and I'm like, I wish you had not explained to me, really, because I can see disaster is looming. Never use your powers, never use the space that life has put you into. Even if you're occupying now, be very careful. Let's say you're just an apartment ka secretary ho, aap chota sa apartment, 10 buildings hai, 10 units hai usme, and you're just a security. You're a class teacher, you are a school pupil leader, you are a class leader, whatever you are. You are a project leader for a small project that is just there for 2 months. The moment authority comes into your hands, ensure that nobody has a proper dharmic way of putting blame on you. Even if the society says that you're not a great leader because you're not hitting these people badly, it's okay. Sun is watching you. And he is the one who will allow sun's rays also on you. Because he is sun only. He is the half of the sun. In my own career, I have taken hits from corporates just to protect my team because I know that they're genuine, they're working hard, and the corporate is expecting more than what they can give. I will take that hit because I know कि काली पुत्र तो हूँ मैं, मुझे तो destroy नहीं कर पाओगे. But I will not let this go on my records कि मैंने ना just to please you above, I have hit the one below. Those people have worked for me na. If I call them in the middle of the night also they will immediately answer my call. They have, when they left my job, they will write बड़ा love letter लिखते हैं मेरे लिए. I've never seen a boss like this. I'm talking about previous organization. Right now I'm in ADYA. I'll talk about my career in one specific special video so that you'll also understand how sadhana works with career. Right? Ma has put me into the guise of a grihastha in this birth and not as a monk. So grihastha monk home. Try and the moment life gives you power, बहुत carefully use करो. If Shani Deva's eyes are on you, don't look up, look down. Look down at those who are dependent on you. Take their grace because उनका कोई होता नहीं. We think that they don't have the contact of the DIG, they don't have the contact of the collector, they don't have the contact of the counselor. They have the contact of Shanishwara. One ring, 8 years screwed. Okay? So Ma Matangi, inauspicious mein hai. Shanishwara, he is sun only, but the dark side of sun, shadow of the sun itself. So if you don't attain both Saraswati Devi, Ma Matangi, sun, Shanishwara, Rajasic Guna, Sattvic Guna, Tamas. Trigunaatmika बनने के लिए ritualism will not get you. Tamas can only be owned by making the body itself the yantra. So Shanishwara meditates on Sri Krishna. So what should you do? To attain heights in difficult times of Shani, साढ़े सती के टाइम पे हो या अष्टम शनि के टाइम पे हो, how do you go to heights? By valuing he who cannot do anything for you, that you think, but he is the one who is going to do everything for you. That blue collar worker is going to do everything for you. उनका grace ले लो. Sometimes I put hand on my security guard in the office and let me tell you, his blue shirt will be stinking because उसको ना एक ही पैर देते हैं ये लोग. They give him only one pair of uniform to wear for 7 days a week, and his blue shirt is stinking with his sweat. And my boss, he asks, he grew up in a hostel culture, right? So he's very close with his team members. He says, you never put hands on anybody and talk, is it? I was just thinking, my hands dala hai on somebody's shoulder, but he's a security guard. And no, I'm not trying to take favors from you guys. I'm not standing for any election. So please get the right message from this. So he who cannot be seen, usme sun resides. That which cannot be seen, in that is jnana. Inauspicious is jnana. Flower, fruit, tree, leaf, root, worm, decomposition, stink is also sun. Sun also rejects his own son, so you are also forgiven. But in the fifth head of Brahma, Guru, among the planets, I am Shanishwara. The Guru becomes Shanishwara. Who is the mother of Shanishwara? Kali. Chaya, shadow, Shama, Shamala. Kali. Krishna here. Bhairava, the ability to traverse this Prakriti, Brahma Loka, Brahma's design, Mrityu Loka, without fear, Bhairava will give you Devi. Krishna. That is all you need. Shanishwara, by ritualism, he cannot see you. That is the design. The judge is blind. He will see you. If you specifically want him to see you, what all these traditional astrologers say, ye mat karna, wo sab kar le, so that let him see you. All these stupid things like on Shani day, don't do this, don't do that, wo sab kar, on Shani be what you are generally. He will not appreciate fakeism. On Shani alone I will pray to him. No. 24/7, 365 days you will have to embody that. He is slow. कितने दिन pretend करोगे भाई? Every Saturday you will be very pious, is it? अच्छा, and Sunday कहाँ गए? वो चले गए. He is very slow. If you are pretending on 10 Saturdays, ना 11th में expose हो जाओगे. He will place traps on you. Don't pretend. inauspicious को hug करो and own it. That is all you need to attain grace of Shanishwara. Crow is the Vahana. What is a crow? Crow is everywhere. Crow is the easiest to please. Nobody respects the crow, but the crow is so tricky. The crow also represents Dhumavati, your generational trauma. So who can open up your generational trauma? Shanishwara. How do you do it? By embodying that which a son also says, yeah man, I don't want this, yeah, close this. Embody that. Your grandmother and grandmother's tales, your grandmother's suffering, it's not you, sit down and meditate on your grandmother. कोई वर्ल्ड फेमस पॉडकास्ट में कोई आया, कोई बहुत फेमस है सोशल मीडिया में, उनको सब छोड़ो, ग्रैंडमदर के बारे में सोचो. बिकॉज द वाहना ऑफ शनि इज ऑल्सो देयर इन हर आइकोनोग्राफी. बहुत डिफिकल्ट है क्योंकि ना ये लैम्प मस्टर्ड ऑयल डाल के दिखा दो, अरे देख भी नहीं पाते हैं वो. डू यू नो दैट? ही विल नॉट इवन लुक एट यू बिकॉज उनका आंख में पट्टी है. He will only look at your karma. He can only see karma. मेरा नाम प्रवीण राधाकृष्ण कर्मा हियर. ओके, ऐसे करता है, ऐसे करता है. नेक्स्ट, इसमें जो पासपोर्ट साइज फोटो अटैच करते हो ना वो एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में, ऑन कर्मा के एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में, वो देखते नहीं है वो. व्हाट यू विल डू देन? व्हाट आर यू डूइंग विद ऑल दिस लैम्प देखिए, लैम्प ओके डन टिक. ओके, ट्रीट्स पीपल विदाउट पावर लाइक शिट. अच्छा, 8 years इसको शिट की तरह इसको बॉस ट्रीट करेगा. डन. Because he controls the sun's rays on your life. Plain and simple. The sun cannot give you a drop of light unless 8 minutes of tamas is there. That tamas of the sun's rays to reach you is that tamas which is within you. It is your roots, it is your worms, it is your decomposed soil. From that the great tree will come bearing the fruits, but root ko ready karo. So, afraid of Shani? If you're afraid of Shani, you're afraid of you. You are rejecting you. Running to all the kshetras? No. ये सन रेस जो है ना 8 minutes डिले के बाद आया है. सन इज लुकिंग एट यू ऑलरेडी. इफ सन इज लुकिंग एट यू, शनीश्वरा इज ऑल्सो लुकिंग एट यू. सन्स डिले का वो रेस का डिले जो है ना, तामसी, दैट इज काली पुत्र शनीश्वरा. Among the planets, I am Shani. Said Krishna, who is Kali. Then who is Shanishwara? I think I'm done for today. I wanted to speak a lot more about my own stories and lifetime ka jo stories. And regarding, I have received a lot of my messages asking me if they can put fan for me here, and somebody wanted to buy air conditioner for this Garbhagriha. Ye jo sweat hai, you will not see sweat in front, but behind jo hai, entire back becomes drenched in sweat. That is my offering to Devi. Devi accepts my sweat. So यहाँ पे नहीं होगा, फैन नहीं होगा, AC नहीं होगा. I am that sweat. And my sweat is the offering to Devi. Sweat से अभिषेक कर रहा हूँ मैं उनका. She accepts everything. Right? Don't be fake. Fakely मत करो, but make it a habit to take the grace of the blue collar workers. बहुत help करेगा. Female blue collar workers, माँ मातांगी will also shower favors at you. That is how you do it. Ritualism को side पे रखो. Body is the yantra. Come to the fifth head. Go. Stop going back to the four heads again and again. Procedural collapse. Procedures has to break. Even the sun was not aware of Shanishwara, the sun. Okay? Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. How great is she who created the entire cosmos, Trimurtis, who created Bhairava, who created the planets, who is Krishna herself. How great is she? Jai Ma Adya. She is Adya Mahakali, not Adya Kali. Referred to as Adya Mahakali. Jai Ma.